You know, after that last episode, I have to ask you, what the hell were you thinking?
I wasn't. Tim, I was just a man.
I knew that was coming. That was fun. That was pretty interesting. We've seen a lot of fish today.
You've seen a few.
Yeah. Yeah, and we got a lot and we got some time left. It seems like every time we've switched species, we have a little flurry.
That's just this is how the day goes.
Yeah.
But you know what? We've had shots at a lot of different species.
We've hooked the bonefish, we caught a few reds, hooked a tarpon, and if it was a tournament, we'd be crying, but it's a fun day, so what the heck.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If it was a tournament, we'd be a little more serious.
If it was a tournament, we'd be killing each other.
Probably.
Right? Probably. Have a bloodletting. But you know what? You've only been fishing for a few years, fly fishing for a few years, right, Honson?
Well, I picked up a fly rod when I was a kid, when I was probably about 17 years old.
Okay.
And then I only picked it up for a little bit, probably not even a year. I fly fished under dock lights for snook and whatnot, and then I really put down the fly rod for about 8 years. Then this past year picked it back up and just really went all out with it.
So it's only been this past year? I mean, you really have been intensely...
07.
Okay.
07 was when I really started getting more intense into fly fishing.
Okay.
I was at May of 07.
Really? It's pretty impressive. I mean, you're an excellent caster for somebody who, has only been doing it really for a year.
I try.
Well, maybe that has something to do with the fact that you fish every day.
Well, it has something to do with the fact that I'm privileged to have a lot of bow time.
Yeah.
Captain Frank pulls me around a lot. I really owe a lot to Captain Frank, getting me into fly fishing, getting me into flats fishing, just getting me started with all this.
How do I get a Captain Frank? The guy, he fights us for the push pole.
He's the man.
I know. I know. Captain Frank, do you ever want the bow?
No, not really.
No?
Because I leave that up to the experts. You want to stick to what you're good at.
Well,
and
we've certainly shown our expertise today in multiple ways, right?
You guys have definitely done an excellent job today.
So, Honson, what do you want to do with your fly fishing? I know that you got your guide's license and you're going to school at the same time and you do a little bit of that. Do you see it as a career for you or a hobby, or what's the long term?
For me, it couldn't be a career for me. Right now I'm doing this. It's part-time guiding and whatnot. I can be kind of selective with clientele, and mainly do fly charters and whatnot. Do what I love, because I really love pulling an angler on fly up to a laid-up tarpon or cruising tarpon, bonefish, reds. But as far as a career, I couldn't be a guide. I couldn't be a full-time guide. Yeah. It would be really tough on me, and I think I would personally get burned out, which is why I give a lot of props to guides that do this day in and day out.
It's fun to dabble guiding. That's what I do basically. Mm-hmm. Not get paid for it, but take friends out or whatever, and that's really a lot of fun because you get that flavor of the back of the boat.
Definitely.
And still get to spend time on the bow.
Yep.
So do you aspire to be a tournament fisherman on the bow someday? You think that's something that you'll do and get competitive with it?
I don't think I'll get too competitive with it. I want to have fun with it because, as you know, tournament life does get very brutal. I'm sure you know, Tim.
Yeah.
And, growing up, watching a lot of fishing shows and whatnot, there's a lot of guys that really were a big influence in my life that I've watched behind the big screen. Yourself, Rick Murphy, guys like that, And, you've shown me what fun can be.
Yeah, it is. I was telling you guys earlier, just being out here like this with a couple of good friends and just having fun without pressure. When you pressure fish so much, is really, it's really great.
It burns you out, though.
Yeah. Well, the fun fishing doesn't, though.
The fun fishing is great. Fun fishing does not burn you out. You can miss a fish and laugh about it.
Right. Yeah, like that last fish. Who cares? It's like forgotten until I post the video on YouTube, and then we remember it.
Then we remember it, and I can watch it every time and cry about it.
Yeah, still fun though.